Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, Chapter 28, I believe. 29. When we last left our heroes, Natsu, Lucy, and Urza had left to go and research or find out what they can about Alderaan from the townspeople of Drasil, where they encountered what appeared to be a cloaked old man who invited them to this church, because I think they were supposedly blaspheming or something. But it turned out the cloaked old man was Mira Jane, under Touka's spell, and inside the church were the rest of the Fairy Tail members and Touka, leaving the three of them, Natsu, Lucy, and Urza, alone against all of Fairy Tail, and an enemy who single-handedly took out all of Fairy Tail. So let's jump right on into Chapter 29, Whiteout. Our cover picture here is Loxus lounging on a gambling table playing poker. And yeah, so we open with Touka and the Fairy Tail members, Mira, Makarov, Gajeel, Jalal, Elfman, Loxus. Poor Elfman, actually, by the way, who had kind of just gotten over his feelings about blowing up Fairy Tail during Tartaros. Now back to being brainwashed. Poor man. Also, Bixlow, Freed, and Ever. The controlled Fairy Tail that attacks Natsu's group. Such a desperate situation. And Natsu growls at Touka. What do you do to everyone? I tainted them all white. White? Yes. Fairy Tail is opposed to our doctrine. This is a guild with a way too big magic power. Hence, I have to keep an eye on them. I don't get what you say. And that's fine. And she, holds out her hand. You'll understand once you end up white as well. And she casts some kind of spell on the gang. That's... magic is being drained! And not happy falls to his knees. Power is going away. Body anomaly reversal magic. Raise! And Wendy shows up right at the nick of time to reverse Touka's draining powers. And Touka has some kind of shock. As they all kind of look at Wendy who just arrived. Wendy! Ice make! Wall! And Gray's also shown up now, who I think he stayed behind to watch Juvia, but is now here, now that Juvia has told him everything, I presume, to create an ice wall between the two parties. Gray! Everyone, let's first step back. Now, Juvia and Carla are here. They're all controlled. Juvia and Carla, too? With that kind of thick wall that won't easily be... And Touka just, calls out, Loxus. Yes. And Loxus shatters it all in an instant. Punches through it. You're serious? Run away. Retreat! And Natsu just looks back. Shit! Let's follow them. Yes. But Touka stops Gajeel and Loxus. No. It doesn't matter. They'll come back at us another time. Moreover, I'll return to the original plan that has been slightly changed. Is she going to be taking Alderaan's restraint now, like you did to Mercphobia? We'll turn Alderaan white, with all of our power. Yep, looks like I'm right. So meanwhile, somewhere else in Drasil, the gang is, stopped to rest after their retreat. Everyone's magic power has been removed from the guild? Impossible for that one girl to have that much power. It's also that we might have underestimated her. There are two personalities on that white mage, Touka. The white mage one from earlier that says to turn everything to white and remove every wizard's magic power. And Touka-san, who has a genuine pure heart and an affection for Natsu-san. Again, I'm still highly suspect of all that. Juvia also got controlled once before, but Touka-san was able to free Juvia alone without being noticed by the white mage. I'm still a little curious if that's true, or if that's just what Touka wants Juvia to believe or something. I don't know. But anyway, Lucy turns to Natsu to tease him. Affection for Natsu, huh? I don't know that person. Natsu's I don't know what's going on. And then, she went to everyone to tell all the known information. Anything else? The White Mage's plan is to white out the 5 dragon gods. White out? She said it was basically making them white. On a white-out condition, all of their magic power would be controlled by the White Mage. From nothing to max capacity, it would be to the White Mage's will, and she could even control their own self, much like what we saw with Mercphobia. 5 Dragon Gods white-out plan. The first step was the Water God Dragon Mercphobia. Yeah, so we're seeing that, just what I've been saying. Also, the translation here is really wonky. Just this sentence right here, 5 Dragon Gods whiteout plan, the first step was the Water Dragon God Mercphobia, whatever. it's a really clunky way to phrase it, you know? Anyway, back to Happy. Caramel said she asked the white mage, but... And Carla kind of like looks at him and kind of nods. Maybe that was what triggered it all, but anyways, it did end up in a whiteout. The white mage planned to use the power of the water dragon god to white out the remaining four, but due to the defeat of the water dragon god, she had to change her plan. And Gray looks at her in shock. As for the power needed to white out the five dragon gods, Fairy Tail has been chosen instead of the water dragon god. And Nazo kind of looks at her pensively. Was it good or bad luck? Originally, once the white mage would have whited out everyone from Fairy Tail, she had planned to literally remove, kill everyone. Well, it's a good thing we beat Mercphobia when we did, because that would not have been pretty. They are kept alive because of the water dragon god's defeat. At this point, the guild people's lives are in the hands of the white mage, and everyone looks at her in various states of shock or uncomfort or like anger and discomfort. And Natsu asks her, "Isn't there any way to save them? We might be able if we defeat her, but then it's possible." I told you, she has everyone's lives in her hands. Just the one word of die in every one of the guilds. And Wendy is like tearing up now. No way. And just then the ground shakes. Aldron is moving again? What's that? The ground, yet again. By the way, wasn't it specific times? What now? The Earth Dragon God at this moment. This is... So it looks like it's not the right time, as this clunky translation is telling us. We cut to that orb we saw Touka with, as hands are up against it. And some of Fairy Tail's most powerful members, including Gajil and Loxus and Kana and some other people, have shattered this orb, like with their magic power. And Touka grins. This is the orb of the right hand. This is the orb of the right hand. Juvia is now saying that too, and her eyes are whited out just like Touka's are. Juvia? Left hand, right shoulder, left shoulder. If you destroy all of these remaining four orbs, Aldron would lose his power. This is still Touka talking, or still Juvia talking, but her hair is also seems whiter than it normally is, or is her hair normally drawn as white? I'm not sure. Anyway, I know her eyes are not. Back to Touka. My powers cannot destroy these orbs. You will destroy all of the orbs with all of your powers. And Fairy Tail all cheers in excitement for that. Now go, Fairy Tail! And Juvia wakes up. Are you alright, Juvia? Those were the words of the white mage. Touka-san shared them with us. Yeah, see, that feels like a trap. That feels like, because we said that Fairy Tail, Touka told us that Fairy Tail would come to them again. And so, if this is the plan, if the plan is for Fairy Tail to meet Touka at the three remaining orbs, that could very much be a part of Touka's plan, to white out the rest of the resistance. So I'm still suspect of Touka-san. Anyway, those are the words of the white mage. Touka-san shared them with us. She's going to break this town's orbs using our friends? I will not let her do such a thing. So that means they will go to the other four towns. Wait a minute. This could be a good opportunity. A good opportunity. Lucy's trying to like find a plan to stop all this. Even if we can't defeat the white mage, we might be able to save each person individually. What? With Wendy's healing magic, and Wendy pipes in, it won't work if they're being controlled. If they're passed out, it might be a different story. And Natsu grins. Passed out? I see. So we fight our friends so we can save them. And he steps on the bench. Battle of Fairy Tail and Drasil. I'm all fired up. And Lucifer's like wave him up. No. But Urza thinks to herself, in that case, we might be able to do something. But no. And Gray kind of points out the difficulties of it again. Loxus, Mirachan, Jalal, and Vajil are going to be a pain. At least Gildarts isn't there. And Nazo gets his flames all in his fist. That doesn't matter. I will defeat all of them. It doesn't matter if they're controlled. The inevitable and decisive battle against Fairy Tail. And that's it for this chapter. So moving into the next phase of the Aldron arc, and the Touka arc for that matter. Again, I will say, this translation still is really clunky all the way through, and I'm not a big fan. Yeah, I just feel like it could be less clunky, more I know on the Manga Stream website there's a post a while about like direct translation or versus adaptation, and this is I feel like this is one of those where adaptation definitely would have helped a little more, rather than like all the Natsu just shouting out "Battle of Fairy Tail in Drasil," which maybe could have used some other parts of that sentence. I don't know, but the plot itself, if you ignore the wonky translation, is really good. There still is enough there to make me still suspect the Touka personality as being a fake, because we know that the white mage, whether or not she is Touka, wants Fairy Tail to or plans to meet Fairy Tail again, and this is probably what she meant by that. So I imagine that they are one and the same personality, is my theory. But yeah, beyond that, we're moving into the next phase of the arc as our heroes have to fight their friends to save their friends. And it does kind of feel a little bit like the Battle of Fairy Tail arc. The fact that Natsu straight up calls it the Battle of Fairy Tail does not help. But there are some vast differences, i.e. the brainwashing, the lack of Laxus being a dick. But yeah, beyond that, this very much felt like a lot of exposition that most of we kind of already knew, like that she had gone from Merkovia. The specific knowledge of her wanting to white out the 5 dragon gods, so that she has say over their powers, is new information. I'm curious what she plans to do with that, because something tells me she's not just trying to like white out the world for like world peace or something. I feel like she has some kind of grand plan. That all of her talk about the return, like having no magic power in a white state, is probably for show. But we'll see about that going forward. But yeah, beyond that, I'm really excited to see the second Battle of Fairy Tail starts. And I think I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or do whatever makes you happy, you know? And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!